Heyo, it's Braden Lord. Welcome back to Rome Total War. Last time we fought off the Egyptians from our lands and pushed them back on the defensive. And then we moved down with our faction leader to attack the Seleucids once again. And hopefully in this episode we can take a Seleucid town, maybe take another Egyptian city. That would be awesome. And all in all, just push our offensive. Now, I'm going to talk to the Seleucids before I engage them. See if they want a ceasefire. No, they don't. They probably think we're a warmongering threat to the world. I can understand that. So, yeah. The Egyptians still have a decent army on their border, so I might have to worry about that. We're going to end the turn, though. And, ooh, a Scipii diplomat's going to talk to us. So, they want trade rights for 170. That's chump change, so we'll take that, get trade rights. Let's see if they want map information. And they turned us down. It seems like Macedon and Scipii turned us down because they're too powerful, I guess. And Egypt is pulling back into Jerusalem, and the Seleucids attacked us. Interesting, with a captain army versus our faction leader. And look at all those militia units, levy pikemen and militia hoplites. Ooh. This should be a pretty easy battle, but you know, we haven't fought the Seleucids in forever, so let's watch this raffle stomp. The Spartans do not ask how many, but where they are. That's right, they just want to kill stuff. Aegis the Second. Interesting name. And okay. We got some dunes on this map. And this hill is kind of annoying. But it looks like we kind of have a nice sloping area over here, so I'm going to line up on this part. And I'll probably keep my Jav Cav over on that left flank so we can flank them initially. And just have pressure on them throughout the whole match, which will increase my success rate from 98% to 100%. Basically. Anyway, yeah, we're going to do the same strategy. We're going to have horse archers and Jav Cav just surrounding everybody, and destroying everybody. Now, after I take this settlement, which I should be able to pretty easily, and hopefully in this video, I'm going to move this guy eastward, and he's going to attack the last Seleucid city over in the east. And I plan to build some forces in my main cities and come down and attack the Seleucids' other final settlement, and that should knock them out. And I'll get rid of one less enemy. And at that point, if the Parthians haven't declared war on us, which they might any time now, we will be down to one enemy currently, only at war with one nation, Egypt, which would be kind of cool. But, you know, not going to get too ahead of myself. Anyway, they have one unit of phalanx pikemen, but they're charging it at my Jav Cav, so my Jav Cav are hopefully going to be able to slaughter this unit. Oh, and they turned their back and they lost about 10 guys doing that. And my Cav archers have a nice hill to just fire upon them on, so that's awesome. Take all those casualties, just pew 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 pew, you know. And these guys are down to 64, and they started at about 100 or 90, I'm not quite sure. They started quite a bit. Anyway, I'm going to position my Jav Cav around, and I'm going to outflank them, and draw them to attack one of my units, my heavy Cav, because they're depleted. And, well, actually they're going after my light Cav. I'm going to have my light Cav charge the Peltas, have my heavy Cav swing around in the back of the phalanx pikemen, and that should distract them and turn them around. So they'll have to engage for a couple seconds. And while they're turning around, I'll put in my light Jav Cav. And boom! Phalanx pikemen destroyed. That's their best unit. Well, besides their... well, no. Wait, the general's not leading this army. This is the captain. Anyway, they brought in some peasants here, too. And take those out. So we're already starting to rout quite a bit of units here. And they do have elephants, but again, you know, elephants aren't really a problem because we have javelin Cav. We have plenty of archer support. We have really tough phalanxes at this point. There's really nothing the Seleucids can do in this battle. It's just kind of how many casualties can they take. It's not really how close they can get to winning. Anyway, I'm distracting another unit that's stranded, and we're going to crush it from both sides. And he's just stayed turned around and is just eventually routed, so that was pretty awesome. And we're going to move down here. I'm just going to have him sit for a while in the skirmish mode because we got the main fight going on, and I got to watch this just to see what's going on. And, okay, we routed one unit there. And another unit's down. Another unit. Chain reactions are always good. And all the guys left are those 2 units there. My horse archers can take out these peasants. That's pretty much the only thing horse archers can take out, because horse archers have really bad stats for melee combat, especially those light horse archers. But they can take out peasants pretty easily, which they just did. And we have another unit of pikemen or hoplites that are stranded. Oh, and we just shot down their general with range attacks, which is awesome. So we don't even have to deal with the elephants in melee combat. Anyway, the levied pikemen are being confused. They're going to charge without spears into our Pontic heavy cav, and we're going to charge with our light cav, and we should be able to rout them pretty quickly. There we go. Another unit down. These, oh, I love Jav cav so much. Cannot stress that enough, how good Jav cav are. Just they're just so fast, and they can just devastate units. And, ugh, so good. Anyway, I'm going to speed it up because it seems like they're going in a full retreat now. They realize their doom is upon them. So I'm just going to run down everything I can. Use my Sarmatian mercenaries as kind of a helping force there. And we don't want to engage these elephants because they're not routing, so they can still devastate our horses. So we don't... Oh, they're routing now. They're routing now. So we can chase them down, we can chase them down and hopefully kill a few of them. They will fall on our horses and kill them, but, you know, those casualties are worth it for getting rid of elephants. In my opinion, at least. And we're going to try to chase them to the border and see if we can take out as many as we can, you know. Oh, one down. Couple down. They're down to 3 from 6, so that's alright. Working pretty well. I enjoy that. And everybody's routing, so let's continue the battle. Another elephant down. Oh, come on. Oh, one escaped. Lame. Anyway, we've got our Scythians here. Go double speed. Run down the rest of the Seleucids. They didn't have a chance at all. They didn't take hardly any casualties. They took less than 50, so there's... Ugh. I probably did about that many in friendly fire. Well, not that much, but maybe like 10, 15 in friendly fire. So that was pretty good. Pretty good little battle there, and that was most of their garrison force, it looks like. So I should be able to attack the city and have a good chance. Maybe siege attack it. But they are setting up a force, so we'll see. And build rams just in case. And we'll go from there. Our community screw has been invented, so that doesn't really mean much for the game. We're the most advanced faction again. The Macedons, I think, were holding that title for a little bit, and we snuck it back from them. And go around the Civ, building good stuff all across the kingdom. We need some more hackness in Nicomedia. Pergamum, could build a Grand Bazaar, which is pretty cool. Or an army barracks. Or, well, you know what? Farms are kind of low tech in this, so we need to improve the farms. And now Rescuperus can attack Jerusalem and siege attack it. And we'll see if... I'm pretty sure he can survive an attack. Combo from that Egyptian general, the little captain there, and the force in the city probably aren't enough to break my siege. Definitely not enough to break my siege. So if they decide to use that to try, I should have an easy time taking Jerusalem. But we'll see. They probably have more forces coming up from the south, I would imagine. And this rebel army is kind of sheltering us from Seleucid attack. If they're gonna... They're probably going to attack my faction leader, but they might attack... might attack their old capital. Just in kind of a spiteful move. I doubt it, though. And things are looking pretty good for this turn, so we're going to end it. And, yeah. Okay, the Egyptians did attack. It looks like this guy hired a bunch of a bunch of mercenaries, but look how crappy they are. Eastern mercenaries. Again, they have to be one of the worst units in the game. to be honest. 3, 1, 7. That's their stats. 3 attack, 1 charge, 7 defense. That's horrible. And all their defense comes in shield, so yeah, just dumb. And the city garrison does have some decent men. They have Pharaoh's guards and stuff. And the assistant captain has some Nile spearmen, so decently technological army, but I have a full army ready to attack them with plenty of range support, so I should be fine. When one side goes against the enemy with God's gift of stronger morale, then their adversaries, as a rule, could not withstand them. Well, I guess... How would you define the God's gift of stronger morale? Is that the side that wins after the battle's over? Is that how you define that? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how you would define that, so... I don't know. Whatever, seems like a really relative quote. But it sounds kind of epic, though. And, yep, this is a pretty good position that they set me up in, so I'm just going to spread my archers out. And we're going to have all our stationary cav in the back here. And I just noticed this army doesn't have any bronze shield, which kind of sucks. But, you know, it's still a pretty good army. I'm not going to say that this is a bad army just because it doesn't have any bronze shields. It's still a pretty amazing army. Anyway, we're going to put our archer ranged units over there on the right flank. And we're going to move our javelin cav to our rear here because I think an army might come from that direction. Could be wrong, though. And, okay, the reinforcements didn't come. Interesting. They might come in a little bit. And that's the city of Jerusalem over there. So, if that army comes in, it's going to come from there. So, I don't really need my Jav Cav over here. Let's move them back over here. So, they have camel archers as well. But we should have the archer superior. Look, we're already picking them off quite a bit. So, there's really no challenge. This battle's really going to be all about, like, archer superiority. And we got hill advantage, too, because they're attacking. So, all in all, it's a pretty good battle for us. They're moving up with Pontus, but I think they're going to get shot down before they really have a chance. Oh, look at this damage from the archers. And it looks... Okay, their general's moving in to attack our Bedouin, so we're going to engage them with our chariots and hopefully just totally wreck them. And boom, 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 you're dead, bro. Well, he's not dead yet. There we go, he's dead. And we're starting to lose a lot of chariots because we're engaging... There's some Eastern Spearmen over here, so we got to pull out. Hopefully we didn't lose too many. I think we're okay. Yeah, okay. Not too many losses. So the only problem with chariot archers is that when they get depleted, they don't lose the number of chariots. They just lose the number of men on each chariot, which means that lower, like, say the unit has like 20 guys. None of them are going to be, or there will be very few that are actually archers. Most of them will be chariot drivers. Because each chariot at full strength has an archer and, or 2 archers and a driver. And each chariot has to at least have a driver. Anyway, we're just hunting these guys. We just totally denied these guys any kind of leverage at all. And we've eliminated them with basically our ranged cavalry. Which is, again, why I love Pontus. And Pontus, you know, Pontus is starting to be my favorite faction because of just their nasty amounts of units. Even though they are pretty hard to play as, I will not lie. The beginning, the first, like, 50 turns or so was pretty hectic. But past that, we're doing pretty good, I must say. And we hunted everybody down. Clear victory. Only killed about 700 because the rest of them didn't come. And they only killed like 18. So, pretty easy. And this unit of chariot archers, it lost 24, but it healed 13 and it killed 104. So, that unit of chariot archers was a boss. And I think that was the one that killed their general. So, good job, chariot archers. I love chariot archers. And I love chariots, even though, you know, they're not really useful in the main battle situation, in my opinion. They're really useful for kind of skirmishing, kind of like Jav Cav. And anti-cavalry tactics as well. And okay, this guy looks pretty good, so we'll take him. Enemy army routes, or Scuperus. Macedon got the title again. We lost an admiral, which doesn't really matter, and 2 more family members of the game. Look at how many people are in this settlement. We'll move the one down to Sinope. And I'm not sure what to do with the other guy. We got so many guys in here, dang. Well, actually, this guy that we just married off, let's put him outside the city. And he'll be our designated commander, because we're going to start training an army in these two settlements. I already kind of have started, but we're going to do it more so. And then that army will come down, and we might attack Damascus, or we might engage the Egyptians more with that army, I'm not sure. But hopefully that army will be able to do some work. So that's my plan for the future there. And it looks like we still have plenty of money, which is awesome. So we're going to keep building stuff around the kingdom. Lots of economic buildings. Sidon does not have a academy, which is kind of interesting and surprising. And that's all we're building this turn. Still have about 5,000, which is cool. So we can start training some units. Sidon needs some more garrison because I'm going to want to move that guy out soon. And Mazaka is going to train some troops for the new army that we're going to send out. And in here, yeah, okay, 4 turns until that army's going out. Have 4 turns of unit production. And then we're going to move out. And everything's looking good on the west coast. No big threats coming in. And not much going on in Jerusalem. I'm surprised they didn't move up another army. Maybe it'll be a couple turns away. Who knows? And here comes Gyrus, our old pal Gyrus, if you remember him from the very beginning. He gave us quite a bit of trouble at the beginning. And now we're going to fight him again. Gyrus, the old coot. And actually, Spartacus did fight against Gyrus, I believe. And when he was the second in command with Gyrus, with Spartacus, or when he was second in command to Pharnicus. Wow, I can't get these names right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he fought against Gyrus once. So, it's kind of like a rematch, kind of. So we'll see. Can Gyrus pull off a stunning victory, or will we crush the Seleucids again? Pretty sure we're going to crush them again, because they have a lot of militia hoplites. So, nothing too frightening. Even the bravest are frightened by sudden terrors. Well, that makes sense. Terrors are usually hard to not be frightened by. And again, the deployment, they like to make bronze shields bunch up, so I'm going to reset that. The archers look pretty good where they are, so I'm going to keep them there. Archers and slingers. Move my stationary cavalry to the back. Have my chariots be back here too. Kind of move them to one side of our stationary cav. And have all our Jav cav, which is getting quite depleted. Have them go on the right flank. And who else? Oh yeah, our horse archers need to go on the left flank. I'm going to send them out to attack, send these guys out to attack. And they do have Bedouin archers and Bedouin warriors, so I'm going to try to engage these guys with my Jav cav. Just get rid of them immediately. I'm pretty sure I can take both of these units, because Bedouin archers don't have very good stats either. And Bedouin warriors probably can't send up to 3 units here. Although they might put it in. Oh, and they're charging our Bedouin warriors right in, so this is going to be a big conflict here. We did rout their archers so we can focus fire on their Bedouin warriors. They did take some good casualties during that time, but we should be able to destroy them pretty easily. Meanwhile, their army's kind of rushing in, and it's looking pretty good. Yep, we routed them, and then they're sending in peasants, because that's going to stop us. And holy cow, they actually almost killed one of our... And holy cow, what? Oh, they had Arab cavalry chase down our horse archers. Lame. Whatever. So we're losing a lot of our Jav cav right now, which is not ideal. See if our chariots can run down these militia cav real quick. And doesn't look like it. Militia cav are a little too fast for chariots. And the main battle line is commencing, and we are routing their units. They're really heavy on this side, but again, we're routing the heck out of them. And yep, it's looking pretty good. And oh, our chariots got into a skirmish with their general, which is not good at all. And our Jav cav. So we lost 1 unit of Jav cav. And this guy, oh, we've lost all Jav cav. All our Jav cav is down, all our archer cav is gone as well. So it's now just our normal melee units with foot archers. Kind of interesting. And they're sending their general over here. Well, I'm going to attack them with our Sarmatian mercenaries, and we should be able to take them out pretty easily. Taking a few casualties, but they are general armored bodyguard, which look pretty cool for the Greeks. And he's getting away. Dang it. Gyrus the Slippery. You cannot kill this guy for some reason. I don't know. So he took out our Javcav, and then he escaped with his life. Oh, Gyrus. The bane of our existence. And just watch. He's going to be like the last Seleucid commander surviving. And I'm just going to be like, ugh, Gyrus. He's kind of like our arch enemy. Anyway, their front line is just totally gone, and their Pontus are getting shot by our archers, so their front line's pretty much in total rout. So we pretty much got the first army in the bag. But as you saw, the second army started to come in, and we will have to engage them pretty soon. And that could be a heated battle, because they do have their faction leader in there, but I don't think he's a real good commander. He's just kind of one of the surviving children of the old age. When the Seleucids were once a very threatening force to our small little city-state empire. And cavalry run down these mercs here, and that should be pretty much it. Move them back over here. And there's our general, our faction leader. Such a boss. And there's their faction leader. Also probably decently a boss. We're going to have to probably take them out with chariots, hopefully. And are you kidding me? We just lost 2 chariots to friendly fire because they just had to shoot at the stupid 2 units of Peltas. That's pretty dumb. Whatever. And it looks like they're just going to die anyway. We're pretty much out of missiles, so it's going to be all down to melee fighting. Oh well, that's okay. I mean, we got pretty good melee troops, and we have the number advantage, and we have the skill advantage, and we have kind of every advantage. Kind of have a hill advantage too, you know. Almost every advantage. So I think we got this. Not that I'm worried. They got levy pikemen, Peltas, hoplites, and their general. Their general is the only fearsome unit, really. And, oh, it looks like their general is charging in. So I'm going to pause it here and have one of my chariots engage. Hopefully he doesn't get caught by that, but by the unit of levy pike, but he should be okay. And look, oh, the phalanx pikeman plus the unit of chariots just rips through him. And we did lose 3 chariots there in that skirmish, so not bad. A lot better than I thought it could have happened, so I'm quite proud. We're going to surround one of these chariot units, and we're going to engage this levy pikeman in the back while they're wavering. And that broke him, so good. We're going to have him chase that unit down. And he's derping around. Come on, chariots, don't derp. And that is it. That's the end of the battle. That was pretty quick. Destruction of that secondary force there. Good job, chariots. I haven't featured a battle with good chariot use in a while, so good job, chariots. Scythe chariots. Yeah, scythe chariots, you know, I'd rather have chariot archers because, honestly, I use chariot archers more often because they're always useful. They can always fire their missiles. And scythe chariots are really situational when you can use them to your advantage. So, in my opinion, chariot archers are better. Plus, you know, they're decent in melee. They're not as good as scythe chariots, but, I mean, they're good enough. They can take down cavalry units. Like you just saw in that last battle, they took down the general pretty quick. Anyway, so you don't really need scythe chariots after you get chariot archers. In my opinion, that is. And you clearly won the battle. Clear victory. 1,500 casualties on their side to my about 200 on our side. And conquered, we conquer. I don't really understand that. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, Plautius. What are you doing? And we did take Hatra. We could exterminate, but I think we're going to occupy and turn this into one of our cities immediately. Because it seems to have enough population where I can just build the next level governor building. And it's not that unhappy right now. So, we're going to build some peasants in here for garrison. Excuse me while I take a drink. We're going to merge our Javcav because we can't retrain them here. And we're going to let our faction leader sit in there for a while. And we lost another diplomat. I didn't know we had one over here. Whatever. And Mazaka is actually done building. It's built every single building that size of a city can build. A minor city. It's built every single building a minor city can build, which is pretty epic. And we're gonna trade on those 3 units we had building for Pontic Heavy Cav, because we don't really have any Jav Cav in this army, so we're gonna train 3 units of them. And Heavy Cav, Pontic Heavy Cav are really good. They're like Light Cav except heavier. I don't know. You've seen Pontic Heavy Cav in battle. And if you see that, we're just going around. I'm kind of losing my train of thought. Hold on, I'll get it back. Anyway, okay. So the Parthians, they could attack at any moment if they want to, because I'm pretty sure they see that my border is pretty weak there. Kind of left it that way on purpose, because that's not a very defensible position. And, yeah. They got 7 turns left in Jerusalem. I'm going to hold out, because if I siege attack, they have definite advantage, because they have quite a few troops in the city. Plus, I have to scale the walls, and it's going to cause a lot of damage for my men. And in the long term, it might be a little bit better to siege attack, but it's a lot more risky, in my opinion. And this guy is a horrible guy to get our guide married to, so let's not do that. And Antioch grew. Nice. So that's awesome. Antioch grew. So it's going to be a large city in 6 turns, meaning we can start training some really advanced troops. We can start training bronze shields closer to the field of battle. Well, very experienced bronze shields. We can train bronze shields in Sidon, but they're not very experienced, because we have to build the Temple of Zeus there. And we're going to send this commander over to Pergamum, because he's got some good traits, and we need a commander over in the west, because we don't really have one. This guy is like the furthest commander west with his son, but his son's going to take over his rule after he's done. And we're going to build the next temple in Pergamum and train as many peasants as we can, all but 1, so our general fits. So we have full possible garrison, which is cool. Going to build an armor and roads, and we're almost out of money, but we did get all buildings, so I'm pretty sure we're about to run out of money, though. Probably because we're building a lot more military right now. And hopefully, once we take Jerusalem and some other cities, that should flesh out. We should be okay. So Hatra will be a minor city in 3 turns, and then hopefully we can move out our faction leader from Hatra. And, the Parthians do have quite a big garrison in Palmyra there. It's a minor city. Kind of close to our border, so we got to watch them. And, Parthia is still trying to, I think they're trying to bribe, because I don't understand. It wouldn't make sense that they're trying to make peace. I'm pretty sure they have an alliance with Egypt and Seleucia, so they probably will get dragged into the conflict sooner or later. And we built a lot of buildings this turn, so I'm pretty sure we're going to run out of money. We can retrain some of these phalanx pikemen, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. And some of our generals, the ones that we're going to send out, not a bad idea. And we can build... let's build the next temple, because we're kind of low on the templeage. And what should we build here? Shipwright. Yes, for more trade. Shipwright here for more trade. And in Ardi, let's see. Ardi can get an execution square. Because I'm planning to move our capital to Tarsus after we take Jerusalem, so we have a more centralized capital. And we'll probably keep it at Tarsus until we take the Egyptian settlements to the far south. Then our eventual capital will be Antioch, and it'll stay there for the rest of the game in Antioch. And this commander will have to assume the role of commanding our capital. We're going to build some Pontic Heavy Cav in Antioch as well. So we're gonna take garrisons from Antioch and Sidon, and we're going to create an army with our real good commander in Sidon, and we're going to attack somewhere. Maybe farther down south against the Egyptians, or I'm not sure. And this guy's going to scoot farther west. And Egyptians, maybe they want a ceasefire? No. Or maybe we just didn't accept it. Now what's going on? Parthians still I haven't seen any Parthian activity on our border. So that's okay. Move this army farther down. Next turn, that guy should be able to garrison Pergamum. Should add some extra happiness and trade, which will be cool. Plus, Pergamum's going to become a huge city pretty soon. I'm pretty sure we're going to get to it by the end of this LP, definitely, at the rate it's growing. And did get all the buildings last time, but I'm really having a feeling that we're not going to. Actually, there's not that many that we had built, so we should be good. And build some peasants. And Hetra, okay, we got a minor city in Hetra. We're going to replace their shrine with our own, because we don't need their temple shrine thing. They really didn't build many improvements in the city. It's kind of depressing. Guess they ran out of money when... And you know what? I just realized that I had this temple in there, the wrong temple in Halicarnassus. That's why it's so angry, because we had the wrong temple, which adds a lot of culture penalty. Plus, you can't upgrade other nations' temples, usually. I mean, there's some exceptions. So, we're going to replace that, and that should be good. Anyway, we do have 3 peasants in here. Let's move out and see what we got for happiness. Not good. We can lower it. Let's build some hillmen and lower it. And that gives us 80, so we should be okay in the long run. We can keep training some more garrison there, so we should be alright. And we're going to move Spartacus to the new Seleucid capital. That's probably where Dryas went over to, too, so we're going to face Dryas again. Egypt trying some kind of thing. Oh, and there's Parthia. Parthia just attacked. Parthia just attacked. And we're going to take this guy. And just because family members are never really bad. And let's see what they got in this army. They got Eastern Infantry, Hillmen, Slingers. They got 1 unit of Horse Archers. Not real threatening, but I think they can probably take the city. And they'll take a lot of casualties from my Phalanx Pikes, but I'm pretty sure they can probably break them. But we'll have to see. They don't have a general. And, okay, Mazaka grew, so that's awesome. So we're about to have 2 more large cities, which is really cool. All our cities are growing really well, I have to say. And, you know, city growth is really important because you get more taxes from cities that are larger. Because each person gets taxed based on your tax rate, a certain amount. And this guy is going to be a suitable replacement for Spartacus. So we're going to send Spartacus, and we kind of have this guy tail him over there, probably reach him at some point. He might get attacked, might get killed, who cares? Not a real big deal. Because we just kind of sold him to one of our... just kind of made him a husband of one of our people. And this army is looking pretty good. We got all but 1 unit. And actually, you know what? Let's send out another one of these guys. Who has the most command out of this guy? Cotius. It's okay. That's a full army with 2 generals. And that is looking pretty powerful, I gotta say. We gotta train some garrison in these cities because they're a little unhappy now that we have moved out most of their garrisons. So we'll build some peasants and phalanx pikemen as garrison. And that army's gonna come southward, and we're gonna hopefully devastate things with it. And build more units in Antioch. And, okay, so Spartacus, after he hopefully takes the Seleucid capital, will probably attack the Parthians. So we're going to end the turn. And garrison, and now they're green. Pergamum's green now, which is pretty cool. The Egyptians still trying to get some kind of ceasefire or something. And the Parthians maybe trying to bribe us still. Probably will siege attack in a turn or 2. Probably next time as well. And going to end the turn. And we got another... We're just pumping out family people right now. Not a problem at all. Not a problem. This guy is going to go down to Tarsus, because the guy in Tarsus is getting pretty old, so he's going to need a replacement. So he's going to go down there. And we need... I would like to have a governor in my capital at all times, because otherwise it's kind of weird. And we're going to build another temple, because Nicomedia is never happy. And Tarsus is going to get a dockyard, and Halicarnassus is going to get another temple of Zeus, and Pergamum... Oh, we're out of money. Yep, okay, well, now we're out of money again. We did have a good stretch there, where we could build stuff in all cities all the time. That was pretty cool. But now we're out of money again. Hopefully after we take Jerusalem, then we can have more money. So that'll be good. It'll be good to have more money. And we're going to move this guy down. This army is going to attack Damascus. 3 turns until Damascus. So that'll be good. And this Parthians army is in the way, so we're going to attack it. And we're going to attack Gyrus here, moving back into the city. And that's going to be an epic battle. But, this episode's going on really long. So we're going to engage this Seleucid army next time. So next time on Rome Total War, we're going to engage the Seleucids. Hopefully next time we can finish them off, maybe. And, yeah, fight more Egyptians and fight the Parthians for the first time. So, Bread and Lord signing out. And hope to see you next time on another thrilling episode of Rome Total War. Peace.